What matters do you think yourself an authority on?
I think I've got a very strong point of view on the effects of technology on business and society, and then back and forth. It's a messy, reverberative, unpredictable process. I remember in 1981, I got an Apple II Plus, and then shortly thereafter, I got a 300 baud Hayes modem, and I was on the Source and CompuServe and the Well. And at one point, I played an online game called Go Moku with a journalist from U.S. News and World Report, Bill Cook, who I haven't seen in years. And we were playing this online game, and I thought to myself, oh my God, this is phenomenal. Everybody is going to be doing this. That was in 81. And then in 1991, I watched as the fax machine just blew on by. I was standing still with a modem and the Kermit protocol and ARC and all these arcane things with point-to-point communications only. And the fax machine just ripped on by, and if you did not have a fax in 1991, you could hardly do business on Earth. And then in 2001, I watched as the fax had died, and all of a sudden we were on the internet, and all of a sudden if you didn't have an email address, you did not exist. And I would not have predicted the fax to you. And along the way, all these things have all sorts of social and business effects. They create businesses, businesses die, all these interesting things happen. So I think I'm an authority on how change, on at least giving a reading on those changes and helping people identify what might be happening in the process of change. So I'm an amateur student of change at all scales. And I also I devour history. I adore reading history. So it lets me bring up a lot of historic instances for any particular current instance, or for some projection when you're trying to figure out what might happen. I can say, well, it's kind of like this, or this from World War I, or from the Great Depression, or from when we first started, digging holes and planting seeds. And I'm very skeptical about most people's theories about very early human life. I'm really skeptical. I think that a lot of it is colored by the way we think life happens today. One of the big lessons of the Great Transformation is that markets and market society did not exist forever. The way we think of markets today did not really exist before 1650 or 1700. It's a brand new phenomenon that totally changed society in ways we can't even begin to understand. And it created three big fictions of land, labor, and money. A future fiction showed up, which was the corporation as a natural person, and we are in the middle of the worst part of all of that, and working our way slowly toward a rebalancing of all that. So I think that's something I'm an authority in as well, is what is this particular transformation? I don't know about authority. I at least have a very strong point of view, and I can back it up with why I think it's the force that matters and why we're going down this particular path. So I think that's a mixture of something I'm an authority on. I'm also an authority on using the brain and creating a decade plus worth of consistently gardened personal materials that make sense in a context. I think I'm an authority on certain kinds of group process, of how to bring a group together. I don't have a huge bag of tricks for different kinds of games to play with groups or what to do. I know people who are really good at that, phenomenal at that. I think what I'm good at is making a space safe for conversation and being present and still enough that other people can show up and participate in ways that matter. So I think that's maybe another thing that I'm an authority on. And what else? Not that much else. So I think that's a piece of it.